again, everyone. This is Quad Van Frank in the Quad Van Garage, and today we have a little project to install a dash cam. I do have another camera that I carry up there in addition to the rear view camera up on that windshield, but I decided I wanted to have a constant looping forward-looking camera, and not sure which is the best one. I happened to be in Walmart and got this one here for about 39 bucks, and it seems to at first look do everything that I'm interested in accomplishing. This little camera, it's really a standalone camera. It will be hooked up to power, but it does have a battery in there, and it's very multifunctional. The only thing is it's complex with regards to the few buttons, in that one button might serve a couple different purposes depending on how long you hold the button, how hard you push it, so on and so forth. So I'll have to figure out those instructions and remember them, but I should be able to accomplish that. And it does have a feature to carry on my mountain bike. Again, it has the battery, so that's pretty cool. It again is a standalone battery. It is night vision, and it's got a 120-degree angle, 1080 HD, and then here's the window mount. Now it comes with a one of these funny USB plugs. It's not the kind that you find on your cell phone. It's one of those unique ones for these kind of devices. So it has a short little USB cable and then a longer one for the DC voltage. I'm going to use this one. It comes with the longer extension that I'm looking for, where I'm plugging this in, and I'll get into that and show you my setup there. So anyway, that's the project for today, and look forward to it. Okay, so taking a look at where my power source is for that camera. What's kind of cool about these vans is it has a auxiliary, a DC outlet here, and my setups is going to be using this adapter. Gives me the multi plug-in capacity there. I was carrying this in the back if you saw my earlier video. This is something I usually carry these kinds of things around. And the way this is going to work is this will fit right in there. And so I have power. I've got a dual USB charger, and I'll plug this one into my other camera that I keep up there, and then I have a spare one if I route anything else on that dash. Again, I got quite a cluster. And then this one for the camera that I'm putting in plugs right in there, and so I have a power source that folds away in this small little box, and then again the USB plug-in will be routed in a hole right down in there, and then it'll come out, go up this pillar up into the lining, roof liner, and over and be mounted right about there. So that's what we'll be accomplishing there next. Okay, so I routed that wire up along this post, and there's a few other wires, including the factory to that mirror up there. And by fishing it, it's kind of hard. I get close, it's okay. If I fish it up through there, it comes out, and I'll run it along that headliner up there. This one's pretty easy to feed through there. It's almost like they designed it to do that. Otherwise, you could make some sort of a little fishing tool, depending on your restriction and accessibility. So that's how that routes up in there. And again, it's pretty slick how they've designed it. It just fits in there. And this molding here, this door molding, will cover that to conceal those wires. So there we go. The camera now has been mounted to the windshield through that suction cup holder. The wires have been dressed in the headliner coming down the windshield post out into the glove box to where I've got the power source operating. Now this is with the ignition off. I have power there, so I expect that camera will then operate full time. So that can be a good thing in that I can see what's happening out front. If there's anyone prowling around the quad van when I'm away, at least I may capture them for whatever reason. Shopping cart, bump to the van. Of course they break in, that's the first thing to go, perhaps. Anyway, so that's my setup. Again, that's a pretty busy cluster up there. And that mount over here is for the camera that I'm using right now. So I have a couple different options there in terms of camera. I'll have to play with this dash cam here, and I will take some video and integrate that into this posting. This is a test of the quad van dash camera. Now this camera has G-force on it so that you can set, I forget the settings were 2, 4, 8, there may have been some higher settings on G-forces which essentially, I believe, stop the recording at that point of impact, so you can determine the sequence of events which led up to that G-force impact. I would expect that's how it works. So that's the view of the camera, the dash camera, and that concludes this project, installing that dash cam in the quad van. Have a good one. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it.
I want you to get up and walk like a duck.
Me?
Yes.
I always walk like a duck. What are you talking about? Do the duck walk.
Hey, Molly, let's do the duck walk.
Do the duck walk.